I had no idea the British press was so bigoted.
This One's Wife. Tears of a Clown when Harry met Charles. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. The Sussexes are very much pushing the reconciliation narrative. I've advanced the reasons why they wish to do that. Naturally, it's for self-serving reasons. Harry was a consequence of his general air of entitlement and the narcissism of this one's wife. Very few people know what actually went on in that meeting, what actually occurred. But there's an interesting piece that appears in Us magazine, which purports to tell us what actually occurred in the meeting between Charles and Harry. Let's find out, first of all, what purportedly occurred, and then examine what this might mean. The report states an insider, yes, one of those mysterious sources, the insider, is sharing details of the very emotional and long-awaited, by who, Harry, reunion between Prince Harry and his father, King Charles, after nearly 2 years of estrangement. The meeting was sparked by a handwritten letter from Harry earlier this year. So he managed to stop chewing the crayons and actually write a letter to his father expressing his desire to reconnect. A source exclusively told Us Weekly after the Duke of Sussex met with his father last week. They were not sure it was going to happen until just in the last week, the insider continued, adding that the reunion was super positive and very relaxed. It's interesting, isn't it? You've got an individual who has spent most of his time criticising his family, both in interviews and through his book Spare, egged on and encouraged by his narcissist wife, who has been estranged by his family, who has been condemned for attacking the institution that has hitherto always supported him. And your first meeting, after not seeing them for some time, is labelled as super positive. Really? Very relaxed? Well, unless Harry had a spliff on his way in, I find that hard to believe. Harry travelled across the pond to attend the annual Well Child Awards in London. The Duke of Sussex also visited the Centre for Blast Injury Studies at Imperial College London before meeting his father at Clarence House at around 5:20 p.m. that same day. According to Sky News, the father and son chatted for around 54 minutes before Prince Harry departed for an Invictus Games event at around 6:14 p.m. local time. So far, so much we already know. It then goes on to tell us they were catching up personally. Well, yes, it's bound to be personally. It's between two people. They were catching up personally about the children and what has been going on with Charles and his health, the source told us of the exchange. Well, that's no real surprise, is it, that he is going to inquire about how his father's health is? Apparently there were hugs and tears at the meeting. It then tells us about the fact that, in case you didn't already know, Harry has 2 children and that King Charles had been diagnosed with an undisclosed form of cancer. It then references the May 2025 interview where Harry stated, "I would love reconciliation with my family and how life is precious." According to the source, the mood was genuine and positive during the royal reunion, adding that there was even laughter despite the pair having not been in the same room for nearly 2 years. Presumably that laughter was King Charles ridiculing his errant son when he asked for something, and he laughed at him saying, "You've got to be bloody joking." They shared a long hug when they first saw each other, the insider told us. Harry started crying, and it was very emotional for both of them. They really missed each other. The source continued, "It was a short window of time, but Charles agreed to it because the timing worked out for him, and it was a good opportunity to meet while Harry was in London. They met at Clarence House because it is the King's home, and it was chosen because it was an intimate, less formal atmosphere compared to Buckingham Palace. No, Buckingham Palace is undergoing renovations, so they couldn't go there. It's nothing to do with choosing it for intimacy. They wanted an intimate setting to ease back into their personal connection without any pressure. According to the same insider, the reunion took place because King Charles felt the timing was right and that their rift needed to be addressed. They needed to come to some sort of resolution, and they both feel the same, the insider added. Then there comes the obligatory criticism of Prince William. While Prince Harry and his father's fractured relationship seems to be on the mend, the same cannot be said for Harry's relationship with his estranged brother, Prince William. I think that Harry's relationship with his brother is a different beast than his relationship with his father, royal expert Kristin Mainzer told us in August. But perhaps if Charles warms more to Harry, William will feel compelled to follow his lead. Once again, the media are attempting to tell William what he should be doing. So that's apparently what took place. Tears, laughter, hugs, genuine warmth, positivity, all in the intimate setting of Clarence House. Well, first of all, Us Weekly didn't attend the meeting. Who's this insider? Is this simply another PR puff piece that has been generated on behalf of the Sussexes to demonstrate that there was a positive spin on the meeting, that they have no actual information whatsoever because they didn't attend the meeting and nobody has spoken about it because that was the agreed terms? And simply what has happened here, it's another example of the Sussexes wanting a positive spin to be placed upon the meeting as part of their reconciliation attempt, and therefore this is all complete flannel, that it's utter speculation. The alternative is that it is accurate, and if that's the case, where has it come from? It certainly won't have come from Charles. It can only have come from one place, Harry. And if that is the case, it demonstrates once again that the ginger dimwit is not to be trusted, because, once again, having had a meeting, he's gone out and leaked it to the press. Even though it's in positive terms, there's no actual criticism of King Charles contained in the article. The fact is, it's all done as if to say, look, things are wonderful, it's positive. They were pleased to see one another. There were hugs and there were tears. Oh, and by the way, William's a baddie. On the face of it, it's entire speculation, which is the most likely outcome, and it's simply the case that this is a PR puff piece that has been generated in order to make Harry look good and to try and build up a head of steam to force reconciliation, because this is what the Sussexes want. The alternative is it once again demonstrates that Harry cannot be trusted, because if the details contained within this article are correct, he has leaked them. Either way, there's no change with regard to the self-serving behaviour of the Sussexes, which is all about making themselves look good, trying to force the issue in respect of what favours them, whilst continuing to criticise Prince William, who, as I explained yesterday, isn't for moving on the issue. What are your thoughts about this, valuable viewers? Do you think this is yet more chicanery from the Sussexes leaking information, or do you simply think it's a PR puff piece that is generated on entire speculation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Either way, Harry was said to be crying, and if he was, well, they are the tears of a clown, because once again, he's either demonstrated that he can't be trusted, or he simply demonstrates that all they care about are themselves. Clown indeed. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.